Shalom. Call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rahakwadash. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and elder bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations to the Lord's elect, teaching in truth, sincerity, and diligence for the sake of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and straight to the point. Yeah, that spirit of sedition is in the air. You seeing nothing is going to turn out for the better hand in society. You're going to experience things completely spiral out of control, man. You know, it's not a president, a senator, or even a congressman you can elect in the office that's going to offset what the Lord has purpose for this society, man. And which the Lord warned you of these civil unrest, seditions, civil wars and things like that, because this is what uproots a nation. And the Lord is sending forth these things, this division amongst these political parties, division amongst the people, because this is what's going to uproot the society. And the Lord tell you how a nation divided against itself cannot stand, man. So, yeah, you're experiencing the collapse of America, Babylon the Great. Just going into this article, it says National Guard troops on standby in Washington State, Oregon, and Nevada as a precaution for potential election unrest, man. So these people are preparing for sedition. They're preparing for civil unrest, civil wars and things like that, clash wars and, race wars and things like that. While you so-called Black, Latino, Native American Indians, which you the biblical Israelites, you stuck in the spirit of festivity. You only looking to have a good time where the leaders in this society is preparing for the worst. You got all these Edomites buying up guns and ammo at the gun range, training and things like that, because they can see that shift taking place. Far as Jake, this nigga only looking for a party, man. But that's how you people out there, you really fitting for destruction, man. You see, because you're going to get caught up in those coming horrors from these different events that the Lord is about to send to the earth, man. As a matter of fact, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord." You see? And this is thus said the Lord, the words of prophecy. The things that's soon to come to the planet Earth, man. And that's pretty much what prophecy is, meaning to say before. So we telling you these things before they actually bud forth, so that you can get right with your how by Shema Shai. Because one thing people is going to desire in that day is protection, man. And that protection is ultimately going to have to come from on high. It says, "And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true." Yeah, these sayings of the Lord are faithful and true. And everything that is written, you're going to see it bud forth in your lifetime. It says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee, and let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee." Yeah, the incredulity, the unfaithful, people telling you crazy because you believe in what the Lord said you believe and what the Lord is about to do here in the earth, rather than your own vain opinion. Hey, the Lord said, don't even let that trouble thee, because all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. A lot of people is going to get caught up in these horrors, that the Lord is about to send to the earth through different scenarios, man. So just skipping down, verse 14, it says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein." Woe meaning death and destruction. "And to the world and them that dwell therein." You go into that word dwell. It's pretty much a place where you pitch your tents at, man. You people mentally, you dwell here in America, Babylon the Great. That American spirit is vibrant in you, man. And the Lord said, "Woe to the world," meaning death and destruction. It says, "For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh," man. And a part of your sword and destruction drawing nigh is seditions brewing up, man. Civil wars, civil unrest, clash wars, race wars. You see, it was news that came out about how I believe it was North or South Carolina, but I know Georgia was one for sure, where they was looking to kill so-called black women, man. That's a part of that sword drawing nigh. Time of Jacob's trouble. Because when these events start to bud forth in the earth, the people who's going to be affected the most by them is you Israelites, man. You so-called Black, Latino, Native American Indians, man. Because you make up the children of Israel. This message is going out for you to get ready for the battle, for you to repent and return to the Lord so that you can be kept safe. But if you want to continue in that American spirit, hey, the Lord said, woe to the world, man. Death and destruction to you. You see, it says, for the sword and the destruction draw nigh, and one people should stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, you see. And you see the perfection of a sword, man. You know, you got all kind of fucking weapons out there. You know, you got weapons that people didn't fucking made, you know, in their garage. You see, especially these Edomites. You know, these niggas got all kind of weapons, all kind of torture weapons you never seen before, man. And they gonna try to put them to use on you Israelites out there, man. You know, it says, for there should be sedition amongst men, you see, and invading one another. And this was decreed by the Lord, man. The Lord warned you of a sedition, you know, and you're going to see how intense it's going to be when Yahweh Shema Shai say action, you know, because these things, it was meant to make sense for such a time as now. The sword drawn nigh. Hey, this the perfection of a sword, man. You know, the ICBM missiles on the scene. You know, the AR-15s, the switches, the robo-dogs. You know, this is the perfection of it, man. You're going to hear a lot of gunshots, a lot of explosions, a lot of glass breaking, cars skirting off, a lot of women screaming, men screaming. You see? It says, for there should be a sedition amongst men and invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes, and the causes of their actions should stand in their power. So people are pretty much going to lose a respect for the authoritative figures here in this society, man. You know, and that's what's going to cause things to spiral out of control, because people is not going to be in that obedient spirit to the law no more, man. You know, niggas obedient to the law. They don't want to run red lights. They, you know, they scared that you're going to put a trespassing or a restraining order on them. So they give you your space. Well, it's going to come a time where all those things is going to be pushed to the back, and the nigga is just going to be operating in whatever nature the Lord got them in, man. That's going to complement those perilous times. Well, a few of those definitions would be fierce, harsh, savage, and dangerous. You know? And one thing that's going to make this place fierce, harsh, savage, and dangerous is how the people is going to be responding to the things taking place in this society. That's why we're looking to be kept from the coming horrors. We're looking to be kept from the way of the evil men. Because this place, America, is full of lunatics, man. That's why when the Lord yell action here, it's going to be a scene like never seen before. You know? Yeah, and he also going on to say a man should desire to go into a city and should not be able, especially you Jakes, you're going to be looking to escape these project areas, you know, these ghettos, and you're going to try to flee to the country hills or to the suburb areas, and you're going to be mowed down, man. These Edomites going to be waiting on you, hunting you. You know, you're going to get turned around by the National Guard. You know, you're going to, you know, I know down here in Birmingham, around a lot of these project areas, they got train tracks. So you can really get blockaded in, man. You see, it says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men should be afraid because of your pride. And one thing pride do is it keeps you from hearkening, man. It keeps you from acknowledging what's really real, man, because you so caught up in your own vain opinion. You know, like Lord tell you, they're gonna be invading one another. You know, the food is gonna dry up. People are gonna be kicking in your doors. Hey, you wanna be your biggest desire is gonna be wanna be kept from those things, man. And the only way for you to be kept is repent and return to the Lord. Because sedition is going to be real here in America. Even just going into the word sedition in the etymology, the Adamant online, it says sedition, rebellion, uprising, revolt, a factious commotion in the state, where it's concerted attempt to overthrow civil authority, violent strife between factions, civil or religious disorder, riot, rebelliousness against authority. You see, people ain't gonna be giving a fuck about a police officer or the mayor, the chief. Hey, down here in Birmingham, it was little young Jakes, they was straight to put a switch on the map, man. You know? That's that rebelliousness against authority, man. Silver disorder, strife, you see, and these are the things that you see heavy in it. You know, you can feel this spirit heavy in the air hand in society, man. That spirit of sedition. And it's only going to get worse, you know, because this place is going to collapse from that spirit of sedition being here. Because sedition, you know, is causes division, all sorts of things, man. Real quick, this is Matthew chapter 10 and verse 34. It says, think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace but a sword. And one thing you do with a sword is divide things. And one sword that the Lord is using to divide people is that election, man. You see? That shit, the election is breaking up families, friendships, marriages. You know, it's dividing neighborhoods. It is. Your neighbor got a Trump picket thing in his yard, and you got a Kamala Harris flag flying in yours, man. You see, that's division amongst itself, man. The Lord said, for I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes should be they of his own household, man. You see, complete division. And this is what the Lord is bringing to the planet Earth, man. You see, and that division is going to cause this place to fall. You know, real quick, this is Jeremiah. It's like it. This is Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2. It says, I will set Egyptian against Egyptian. Yeah, and that's what's going to cause a civil war, man. And they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom, man. You see? Yeah, and this is the condition. This is the state America is in as of now, man. That's how we know that this is not going to stand, man. You see? Slaki. What's that? Slaki, bear with me real quick. Looking up a precept. This is Matthew chapter 12. Yep, in verse 25, it says, and Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. You see, yeah, America is completely divided. And every city or house divided against itself shall not stand, man. So this place is not built to stand. This place ain't built to last, man. You see, you read in the NLT. It says, Yahushua knew their thoughts and replied, any kingdom divided by civil war is doomed. A town or family splintered by few will fall apart. You see? And this place is you know, it's thriving by that by few, man. You know, motherfuckers angry and things like that. It's only set to fall apart, man. You know, this picture right here was posted. It says Trump versus Harris divides a marriage, a town, and America on election eve, man. See, this place ain't gonna stand, man. This place is through, and here it is. You banking on this shit, man. You know, a nigga will tell you when you gonna be in the next 5 years. Nigga, Lord willing, in the kingdom. You see? What's your plans for the next 2 years? Lord willing, I'm on a chariot, man. You know? Cause this place through. You see? Let me grab that right there in Mark chapter 3 in verse 24 in the NLT. It says a kingdom divided by civil war will collapse. You see? So yeah, this place is destined to collapse, man. And we just and it's a beautiful thing because we're seeing it. You know, we in the know. We know what's going on, man. Where's the Ecclesiasticus 25 and verse 7? There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy. And the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children And he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies, man. And that's what we're seeing, the fall of our enemies, man. You see? And it's only going to intensify and grow far greater. Proverbs 4:18, the path of the just, it shines brighter and brighter into the perfect day. It's only going to make more sense as we get closer to that perfect day. But yeah, I can pray that you was edified. Giving all the glory and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahak Dash. Lord, once in this video, Shalom.